Hello, Guardians. Zombie here with Xenar Gaming, and we're going to be taking a second run at the Destiny 2 game. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. Now, I'm still getting over this cold, still coughing a good bit. I do apologize if you hear that in the video. I'll try to pull away. But, sorry guys. But in this video today, I'm going to be playing solo. I'm just going to try to work my way through the rest of the planet, the campaign missions, maybe do a lot of side quests. Once they get off world, I'll probably just grind. Reaper has already gotten, the game has been out in less than 24 hours, and around maybe 12, he had already reached level 20. So I believe I will probably work toward the same thing. That way the rest of the videos will go smoothly through the campaign. Again, guys, sorry. I'll try to put these calls few and far between, not that I have control, but I do apologize for what you guys are hearing. Before I got off, last night I did go to the farm. I do not believe there's actually a particular reason to go there specifically. I'm just going to go to make sure nothing's been updated. Alright guys, still a lot of people just getting in here. I've seen some level 2s, 4s, stuff like that. I'm still level 5 myself, so nothing special there. Nothing at the postmaster, so yep, nothing. So there's nothing really particular here to do, guys, that I figured. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop back into the wild or the European Dead Zone. Now I'm gonna go back and track Devrim. Go back and track Devrim. That way I can make sure I stay on the right path for the campaign. Sorry guys, I've been doing a lot better. I don't know why it just hit me all of a sudden. Maybe if we're lucky, we will not have any glitches like we did on the first mission with the banner when I played last night. Also, hopefully we will be seeing our Sparrow pretty soon, which will help us get around the map a lot faster. It's actually very interesting. This area seems to be clear currently. I'm guessing most players have already moved out of this area, done all the requirements.
Come now, speak your mind.
Alright guys, you can turn in these coins. I do believe you get engrams or items for doing so. Pre-warning, from what I understand from Reaper, the items you get are around your level. So considering we're constantly getting new gear, stronger gear, and it's more often than I saw in Destiny 1, I would recommend holding on to these coins until you reach around level 20 or so. That way, when you're trying to get that better gear to get your power level up, and you're trying to reach 260. So there's no real particular reason to track him, it seems like. At least not that it's showing. I believe yesterday the next mission it had for me was this one here. Seems to be a few lost sectors spread around as well. Excuse me. We'll do a couple of these adventures. Matter of fact, I'm not thinking straight, guys. I'm just gonna hide here for a moment. I'm gonna check out my milestone, see what the next adventure actually is. Okay, combustion and the EDZ. Reception. Here's a red war, so I will try to do that. Maybe that'll help continue the mission along. Okay, this seems to be it. Okay, guys, so these missions do have a recommended power. That is good to know. That way, if we're having issues, we know we can go back to it and see if the reason why is due to a higher power level than what we currently have ourselves. I'm going to stop talking now. I believe there could be a cutscene coming. And the answer to that is no. I do think it's interesting that we're in the same area, public area, and we are now in a private area, and it's technically the same location. Never seen that in the first Destiny.
Still sitting up here above the mines with his busted comm relay. Where's that signal booster?
Our new Guardian friend is en route. I'm getting too old to clean up after you, Soraya.
Finally, he admits he's old. Bail me out on one assault charge and you never let me live it down.
Ah, don't you mean one a week? You're the reason my hair is gray.
Yeah, keep talking, old man.
That worked better than expected. Scout rifle would have been nice there. Shouldn't he be going after me melee instead of running? Oh well.
That elevator should take us to the top of the mines.
Right, no items. Be a good defensive portion. Oh, never mind. Crash elevator.
We'll have to find another way up to Hall.
Better than defensive mission.
Careful. The Fallen are scavengers of the highest order. They're going to put up a fight for whatever they can get their grubby claws on.
Luckily, these guys are fairly weak, so they're not causing too much of a threat. Still gonna need to work on that aiming. Oh, there's another path back here. Okay, so that's just a flanking position. I do love how we have to meet her on the roof, I believe they said, and we're going into tunnels underground. Ooh, what was that? Oh, a sniper rifle, awesome. I always get those two buttons mixed up. Now I have super that will be effective. I know the concept is probably for me to be using the sniper right now. I'd rather save my ammo. Ah, well, you know, that might not be possible. I feel there should be something down here. I did drop an Ingram. No chest to notice in this area, so no loot, I guess, besides what I kill from my enemies. It may change for you guys, but just like a good position to have something hidden. Don't know where those guys are shooting from. Oh, I have to go further down. I'm sorry.
pleased to know that I can see the Fallen fleeing the mine. Seems you've really kicked the hornet's nest, haven't you?
What if we can get through without dying, without triggering? Nope. Epic fail, guys. I have to probably work on my acrobatic skills some more before we make that attempt again. I do believe I saw a cinematic about this area in one of the previews released before the game. Okay. Everything has been reloaded.
You're good. Almost as good as Lewis.
See if we can find some high ground. I'm actually surprised this is working this well, guys. Due to lack of the enemy, it seems this may have been useless to even do this. Yep, sorry about that.
Elevator's not working. Power must be out. And we've upset the Fallen.
Guys, to be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of the submachine guns. They seem to be doing quite well. I believe they'll be a lot better once we get some strong ones down the road. But they're doing really well at close range, as they should. I would not recommend getting around too strong of enemies when dealing with them. Alright guys, this could very well possibly be the last boss in the area. I believe that may have been the case. Yep.
That did it. Killing the servitor brought the power back on.
Good job. Maybe I'll finally get my booster one of these days.
I swear, half the time when these white Ingrams show up, I swear it's exotic type. Dirty tricks. Dirty tricks. I want him. Thought they might have threw one up here for a moment. Oh, interesting. I want the drag. Oh well. Don't seem to be any actual threat to these guys, so not too big of a deal. And I do believe the last one may have just committed suicide, so there you go.
Hawthorne, we're out of the mine and heading your way.
Then hurry up with that booster. Let's finish hooking up the comm network. And, thanks for the help. You're not so bad for a fancy pants guardian.
Now that's the nicest thing I've ever heard Soraya say. You're in rarefied air, my friend.
There she is. Now, I'm not going to be too picky, but I do not see why she could not be standing right outside the elevator, since there was no fight.
You made it. Looks like Lewis owes me money. All right. Let's see if this works. Now, if I read the manual right, there's an incoming beacon.
Guardians, the city is lost. If there is any light left in the system, we rally on Titan. Be brave. Guardians.
Zavala's alive. If we leave now, we can...
You are not going to Titan. We've got refugees coming in. The Red Legion on one side, the Fallen on the other.
But we have our powers back. And if we're going to retake the city...
Your city is gone.
Hawthorne, we will be back. And we won't be alone.
You'll know where to find me.
It would save us both a lot of time if you would just kill me.
For one who calls himself Speaker, you have remarkably little to say. We've learned that one of your guardians has reconnected to the light. You say you have no power over the Traveler, yet... This... Help me understand, Speaker.
The light lives in all places, in all things. You can block it, even try to trap it, but the light will find its way. And the Traveler will protect itself.
The Traveler. For years I have studied it. The worlds it has touched. Its power over life and death. We are not so different, your Traveler and I.
You are nothing like the Traveler. Nothing. You think you have power, control. I know your kind. You started small. You will end small.
Be interesting if we could actually see his face, considering his mask is cracked.
Free will. Then there is no reason I should not reach
those the Traveler chooses will be reborn in the light.
Yes. This I know. This is why I have claimed your planet, and why you still live. The Traveler will choose me, Speaker. And you are going to tell me how.
It would be very interesting to see if he can actually acquire the light before the final battle we probably have with him. I'm sure he's probably the final boss. That is still a little early to say. But I wonder what kind of powers his main would be. Would he have all 3 subclasses or no? We'll have to see, I guess. Titan, new world and missions available. Titan is a moon of Saturn. It was colonized in the Golden Age and abandoned during the collapse. Great archaeologists full of long lost knowledge and treasure are now slowly sinking into deep methane oceans. Use the director to travel to Titan and find Zavala. So guys, I'm going to hold off on that for now, and I'm actually just going to stick around this area. Sorry guys, I'm actually going to stick around this area and just kind of work on my level some. It seems to be another lost sector at this location. Maybe we can find a way into there. Maybe do some public events as well. Oh. That was a tough one. Do hope everyone sees the loot in here. As I thought, that is a spawning door. So it's not the entrance to the lost sector itself. If I don't see it right away, I'll just have to come back, guys. Open this up. Maybe we can get rid of it. Now that's out of the way, guys, we are going to, like I said, just stay in this area and do some killing. I was actually thinking about it, guys. This is very possible and more than likely the lost sector is the one inside the church. So I'm going to stop looking for that one. Oh, Green Ingram. Shotgun. Be perfectly honest, guys. Not a big fan of the shotguns, so I'm not going to leave those be for now. It should be a mission. Here it is. Calling them home. This should be a fairly easy mission. It requires level 20
Helping me spread the
power,
word.
so
We're broadcasting a signal from the farm to people who fled the city saying, you'll be safe here.
And we need to make sure everyone, everywhere, can hear it.
Place a few signal amplifiers around the area to boost the signal. That should do the trick.
let's see. Okay, so it has locations marked. I'm gonna take a quick moment, see if we can see a public event in the area. Oh, there's one about to drop right there. I'll mark that. I'll finish this mission, then I'll head over there.
That's one node online.
Looks like the signal's already amped. That was fast.
Hang on a minute. I just spotted quite a few Fallen headed your way. Keep your guard up. Eliminating that captain under the church must have drawn the rest of the Fallen out.
They won't stop coming. We need to make sure that signal is strong. You better hurry up and place that second node.
Second node. So that other public event, guys, I'm going to switch to this one. It is, after all, at my current location. Okay, so it's still sticking to go this way, so I'm going to assume that's correct. We'll just have to come back for the public event. Sorry guys, checking messages, my fault.
This place used to be so peaceful. This is the first time I've even seen any Fallen since the Cabal hit us. Reminds me of the city. You all tried to make it so we never even laid eyes on a Dreg. To keep us safe, right? There's another word for a place you're not allowed to leave. You know, with walls you can't see over, and guards everywhere.
Soraya, despite your exploits there, I hardly think the city was a prison.
I'm just saying, no walls at the farm. Come and go whenever you want. So let's make sure everyone can get there, eh, Guardian? I read the boosted signal, and some kind of strange feedback.
The Fallen are nothing if not persistent. I'd wager they have some kind of jamming devices nearby.
Okay guys, there's a spider tank here, so I'm going to assist with that.
And very dangerous. Watch out.
For those of you who don't know, when the tank goes down, and you see this, you see those orbs up here, jump out and grab yourself a cannon. Rip.
We brought that walker to its knees.
I thought I heard an explosion.
Yeah, then we blew it up.
Impressive.
There's tons of heavy ammo. We'll have to do some research, guys, find out how to do a how to do the heroic on that one. One positive thing about this, besides completing the objective, I was able to get my hands on a pike. Should make moving around here quite easier. Cannot wait till we get our hands on a sparrow, and I'm actually surprised we haven't got one yet. First Destiny, I believe it's the third mission, I believe, that we were able to get our hands on a sparrow, making things a whole lot easier and faster to move around. Okay, now I know what I'm looking for. This should be a little easier. I do wish at one point or another we would be able to acquire these ourselves. Either pikes or other weaponized sparrows. Nothing too powerful to make it too easy, but just something that would make it to where they were a little more effective. We can use them in battles, besides just trying to run over enemies. Objective is now complete.
There. Got a clear signal. No more feedback.
5x5 here as well. Excellent work.
It's nice to have a guardian helping us normals for a change. But there's one more thing. Did I send those coordinates correctly?
I've got them. Through the tunnel, across the river.
That's the place. I left something behind there.
We're almost to your coordinates, Hawthorne.
Good. I left supplies there that I had to abandon in a hurry a while back.
Supplies for the farm?
For the city. But when you all got attacked, I dropped everything and flew across the ocean to try and help. The city sure doesn't need it anymore. We could use that stuff at the farm.
Bad news, Hawthorne. The Fallen beat us here.
All right, forget the supplies. Clear out those Fallen, and we'll figure out our next move.
The area's clear.
Not for long. The Fallen don't like it when they're denied a good scavenge. They're bound to come at you in force.
Then do me another favor, you two. Drop another one of those node things to boost my signal, then get out of there.
Alright guys, node has been dropped. She says run, but we don't do that, we fight. So let's clear out whatever we can. Already done with 10%, so it's not going to be too big of an issue. Shanks. We are now a third of the way done. Well, due to the art damage, that made quick work of the captain. Almost wasn't even funny. Almost. Alright guys, you get your hands on a pike. A lot of people may not like them, what they handle when you're speeding with the boosters. Highly effective on adventures. Highly effective. So this will probably be the last ship I have to take out now. Probably be a yellow here or something. Nope. That would have made a little more sense.
You're doing something right. Don't let up.
There he is. Don't forget, guys, that they have shields now. Destroying the shield with the same weapon type will cause additional damage to nearby enemies. So, like him, make sure you hit him with what he's got. Make sure you hit him first with the right element, and then you'll be able to clear out a few enemies around him.
Once we retake the city, that'll be a big help.
Sure.
What Soraya means to say is, thank you. Head back here when you can, you two. There's still quite a bit to do.
Take a look at this adventure now. Did not know, guys, if you actually tap the that was a failure. If you push in the left analog stick, it'll actually potentially kill you like it did me. It'll actually let you dodge. Did not know that. Good piece of information to know. Okay, so since we have not got our spur yet and we did lose our pike, we have to run back. I would just see if we could fast travel back to the location that we originally traveled to get here. But considering I want to activate this adventure on the other side of the bridge, we're going to wait to do that. Looks like a fun jump whenever we get our spur right here. As soon as another public event is dropping in the area, we have about 4 minutes out, so seems to be a lost sector down here as well. So I'm going to activate the other objective in the area. This one should give us a weapon, a green one, and it has 20 power. That will not be an issue.
Getting some weird feedback on the comms. Dev, did you put your teacup on the broadcast switch again?
Looks like these fallen shanks are rerouting the signal.
Try dismantling one and taking a close look at the insides.
Okay, so it looks like this is just a shank battle, guys. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. There should be a lost sector somewhere around here. I do wish there was a zoom function for the map itself, but there is not, so we just got to do what we can with what we got. Not really sure what I'm investigating.
Another fallen antenna all the way out here. They're desperate to get everyone they can together. Wonder if they tried to reach their old homeworld with this.
This mission reminds me a lot of the some of the patrols we saw on the first
Their
Destiny.
signal is blocking transmissions all across the dial.
After all the work you did setting up Soraya's broadcast, that just won't do.
There's a signal antenna nearby.
I can use the core to try to find the source of whatever the Fallen are doing.
Why do you think they're trying to jam us, Dev?
They missed their opportunity to take over this area after our friend touched the shard.
And now they're too scared to fight us head on. Typical Fallen.
I lost the connect. The Fallen are jamming us.
Alright guys, so all we gotta do is stay close to this area and defend it. Looks like we don't have too much longer before the public event shows up. It's a minute and a half. Still want to try to find that lost sector. After this, I believe I may try to head back, and after I complete this mission, I may try to head back, maybe do this one, but I'm going to head back to the farm pretty darn soon, guys, just to see what's going on. Alright guys, getting a little bit closer, only 30 seconds remaining. Seems that the only other individual who was here left. So if I do have to take on this public event solo, I know that would not be a possibility. Okay guys, wasn't paying attention, location interrupted, so you have to make sure there's no enemies around. Makes sense, but just gotta make sure you don't let any guys sneak around you.
I found the source. It's underground. Deep underground.
That figures. Fallen love dark places.
Especially with the Red Legion all over the Dead Zone.
I'm sure that's another Spider Walker guy, so I'm just going to leave it. As I said, playing solo, and at the low level I am, I've got no chance. So unless a couple other individuals happen to show up right now, it's just not worth the time to make you guys basically watch it wasted. So here's another lost sector.
Fallen banners. We're definitely on the right track. built up down here. We need to remember this place after we retake the city, so we can clear it out for good.
Or we could let the Fallen have their creepy caves, and not sacrifice more people.
Thinking about it in hindsight, probably wouldn't hurt. Oh, explosive barrel. That would. Probably wouldn't hurt in the moment, guys, for me to actually take a minute and look at some of my new weapons and stuff I've acquired. Sounds like a captain. Nope, just an invis.
With that shield down, I can finally get a read on the source. It's close.
So guys, seems like good time as any right before we get to a final battle. 39, oh, 74, it's a little bit of a boost there, wouldn't you guys think? So we have 74, 75, auto rifle, 54, 55, pulse rifle, hand cannon, go to the pulse. Now guys, the shotgun is a, you know, I'm just going to switch to the shotgun. I've been finding myself close range a lot more. I'm a big fan of the sniper rifle, but I've been, like I said, much more close range lately, so I'm just going to look at that. I'm sure a lot of you know it's the defense, not the levels that matter. So make sure that even if it's a level 6, as my arms were, versus a level 7 or 8, the armor was the same. So one more thing, actually, just thought about it, guys. I've yet to I'm level 7 now. I don't believe I've upgraded since about level 2. So yeah, so I've got the glide I want. I will exchange the pool for cooperative play later, so I have that. I have the grenade I want as well, so I'm not going to actually worry about those. Level 8, I will be able to get the swift strike. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to burn your target, temporarily increase your movement and speed. So there's 2 paths I'll be able to choose. I'll have to look into those a little bit further, guys, a little bit closer, and then I'll be able to pick. But with the points I've been saving, I'll actually be able to do both. That worked better than I thought it would.
This is it. Hold them off, and I'll use that shank core to shut down the signal remotely.
Starting to wish I did not get rid. Guys, this is probably a suicide mission right now.
Just a little longer. Just before you took out that captain, I fried all their broadcast capabilities. No more jamming.
Alright guys, so that little
Coming to the farm from all
gamble
over the
actually
planet.
worked.
Once we get that last relay set up,
Awesome.
we can reach out to the rest of the system.
Then we can start rallying Guardians to strike back against the Red Legion.
There will
And
be
there's the
plenty of time
chest.
for both. For now, head back here when you can, you two.
Lost sector has now been looted. We have 2 coins. Instead of running all the way out of here, guys, I do believe the one I was working on, yep, is completed. It has me directly where I want to be, but I want to be up there, not down here. So I believe what I'm going to have to do, oh, and there's another lost sector here. I believe the brighter ones are ones that have not been completed, and the like this grayed out one here have been. I'm going to fast travel to this location. and we'll go from there. Alright guys, we're going to work on this one while we wait for this public event. Hopefully it will not take us across the map. Power level 40 required. I do believe we've got that in spades, so...
Thanks for checking in, you two. We've had our fill of Red Legion patrols and Fallen raids. We could use a spot of help with both.
See if you can track down a Fallen comms terminal. Dev's got an idea that's crazy enough to work.
It's difficult for the young to recognize the wisdom of experience.
Okay, so it looks like you can go ahead and actually activate a public event before it shows up if you're in the area by rallying to a flag. That's pretty cool, just to make sure you do actually do it when it shows up.
Excellent. What say you use your access to prepare a broadcast in Fallen speak? I've been meaning to put this Cabal communications cipher to use.
The Red Legion fighting the Fallen for a change. Great idea. I can extract archived audio transmissions from any Fallen in the area.
Hey, Randall the Vandal.
I've got enough for a pretty convincing Fallen impression.
Don't mention accents around Dev unless you want a day-long lecture about city dialects. Meantime, best sightline to Red Legion air support is the cliffside where you and I set up that refugee beacon.
No one appreciates the finer things anymore.
Alright guys, since we have just a few seconds left and I've cleared out this area, I'm going to go inside because I could be wrong, but I do believe I may have just unlocked the scout rifle. It is very close, long range, slow firing, high damage, recoil pattern. It's more vertical. I'm going to give the scout rifle an attempt in this game. It may take me a while to get used to it. It's more armor. So public event is starting.
Glimmer mining crew.
Shut them down.
They're heading to another site.
too bad.
Any business mining Glimmer without
If you
a
guys
drill?
don't know, if you destroy those, I believe it triggers the heroic event, bringing out new enemies and potentially higher loot. So that's why I was going through that trouble.
I can't believe we have to go back into the mines again.
Chin up, you two. Good news, you'll be able to use a fallen teleporter to reach the top. Bad news, they've wired the place to explode. So,
If I run a deep scan of the tunnels, we can borrow all these traps and explosives.
and put them to good use sowing chaos between your enemies. A lovely idea.
Got it. Now I can transmit these horribly dangerous explosives wherever we need. Great work. Broadcasting the message now. I decided to go with a House of Devils accent. Remember them?
Oh boy.
Ah, House of Devils, eh? You know the most interesting thing about their pronunciation?
Actually, Devrim, let's keep the channel clear. You know, to make sure there's no interference during the transmat.
A lot of big red ships headed your way. Whatever you said, it got their attention.
I used a pretty nasty word to describe Gaul. I don't want to repeat it here.
I do so love unconventional warfare. I'd be on the lookout for drop pods if I were you.
Personally, I believe I should have gotten Glimmer for that. Oh well. Future reference, guys. Barrels respawn. Do not jump down to them.
Explosions all the way back here. I bet it was quite a show.
Which means the Fallen and Red Legion heard it too. We'll let them shoot at each other for a while and clean up whatever's left. Great
Looks
work.
like we might have got an auto rifle, a grenade launcher, and again a coin. Let's go and look at what we got in this area. Hope on Titan's our next mission. Seems like all the missions, or at least that we've seen so far, are completed. So guys, I'm going to go back to the farm, and then I'm going to call it for the night. It's a relatively short video compared to the one that we had previously. But we can start with Titan tomorrow. Let's see, go to the farm. I intend to catch up with Reaper on his progression, and then continue through with him. If it comes down to it, we'll catch up later on down the road. No big issue there. But as of right now, just going to slowly work my way through the areas, uncover more adventures, complete those, see if I can get to level 20 fairly soon. So the rest will be, like I said, easy, and hopefully I'll be able to complete the weekly nightfalls this week once I find out about those. One thing I have not seen yet, something Reaper mentioned to me, I made a video about the promotions for Destiny and the XP boosts that you get from Pop-Tarts. From what I understand from Reaper, there's actually a boost in-game you can get for returning to the farm. For a lot of individuals like myself who rarely buy anything, we just use what we find. We don't go to the farm and other social areas that often, especially in the first game, unless we had to for missions and other things. But it does seem that if you go to the farm, you can actually get a boost that's potentially 3 times to the next 3 levels or something. He was explaining to me. I'll try to get more information on that. But yeah, it creates a much faster method of completing the game. So just keep your eye out for that. Alright guys, looking at it, as I figured, nothing special in the area. Going to end the video here. When I come back, I'll probably try to clear out my inventory some. All my primaries are full. I do have an auto rifle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out some of these weapons. I'm going to go ahead and clear them out now, just because we are full. Let's see. Hindsight, if you guys like to play multiple characters, make sure you save a couple weapons on a couple milestones, 1, 4, 6, 8, stuff like that. Stuff you can power up your next characters along the way if you're concerned about that kind of stuff. Alright guys, so Power 82, we'll march right back to where we started at the beginning of the game. Interesting shotgun name, stay away. Alright guys, I'm not going to waste any more time for any more of your guys' time, so what I'm going to do is I'll just continue this later on, potentially next video. If I'm playing with Reaper, it'll give me a good opportunity to waste a little time just to dismantle this stuff. Thanks for tuning in and watching the video. We'll continue, like I said, we'll continue the story later, and I intend for my first playthrough all the way through to be covered. So that's it guys. Like what you saw, please like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.